They are in game 3, tied up 1 apiece. So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we have going on.
So this 4-color Delver deck that Louis Bachaud is playing is pretty interesting. It has a lot more green than we normally see in the 4-color Delver decks. A lot of the times when you see a 4-color Delver deck, it's usually just Grixis plus Deathrite Shaman, whereas Bachaud has a bit more green. Hopefully we get to see some of it this game, but I know that he has Abrupt Decays and some other cards also. So we'll have to see if any of them play a factor.
Looks like Lewis has a Sulfuric Vortex on the battlefield. He's been able to get some value out of Young Pyromancer. Now we're adding a Deathrite Shaman and another Young Pyromancer, and Rich seems to be under a ton of pressure.
Yeah, this is the classic way to attack control decks, and Miracles is no different. If you can diversify your threat base so that it doesn't get wiped out by a single sweeper, by having either creatures and planeswalkers, or creatures and enchantments, or creatures and artifacts, some sort of mix of creature and non-creature permanents that continually deal damage, that is usually the best way to deal with a control player.
Ooh, so we've got it. And Izzet Staticaster is coming down for Rich Cali. And this is going to be able to take care of these elemental tokens and that Young Pyromancer over the course of a couple of turns. However, this Sulfuric Vortex is just going to continue to tick down, and it will eventually kill Rich unless he can either get ahead on life or get rid of it.
This Izzet Staticaster is going to do a lot of work in terms of catching Rich up. This one Staticaster potentially can stabilize the whole board, and while the Sulfuric Vortex is still going to be doing work, if Rich can answer the Vortex, there's a good chance that he'll be able to stabilize in this game.
So looking over Rich's list, it looks like he does have a Council's Judgment in his main, and he has a couple copies of Wear Tear in the sideboard as a way to get rid of that Sulfuric Vortex.
He doesn't have a lot of time, though, and he doesn't have a Sensei's Divining Top, so his ability to dig is decreased by quite a bit. He's just going to have to either draw a top off the top, or a Ponder, or Brainstorm if he's lucky.
Well, it looks like Lewis's Deathrite Shaman has lived, so he's going to use that Deathrite Shaman, knock Rich down to 6. Rich is going to go down to 4 on his next turn from the Sulfuric Vortex, and then he basically has 1 turn to deal with this board.
Yeah, Lewis may be essentially killing him on his next untap step. We will see.
So Rich is going to go ahead and draw a card for his turn, which might be the last card that he draws in this tournament. Looks like it was a Plane. So he has a Red Elemental Blast, a Flusterstorm, and another card in his hand that we can't see, but he's not slamming it on the board. And Rich Cali got 9th in Somerset with Miracles the last year. Louis Bachaud is a player that I'm not too familiar with, but it looks like he's, could be locking up his first top 8. Twitter, please correct me. I know you guys are watching, but this could be a pretty exciting moment to watch a new player get a top 8. Well, he's in the top 8. Yeah, I mean, this is his top 8. Seeing him, do well in it is... It's awesome. Yeah. So it looks like Rich does have a copy of Vendilion Click. He might cast it targeting himself just to see if he can find a copy of Wear Tear to get rid of that Sulfuric Vortex. So he does have the Plains in his hand, so he will be able to do it, but it looks like he can't find what he needs, and Louis Bachaud is going to be moving on to our top 4. A new face, pretty interesting build of 4-color Delver, a bit more green than normal. It'll be interesting to see if those new green cards kind of have a big effect, and all right, we've got another person for our top 4. So Louis is going to take the match, which means that you went 50-50 on your boss's picks. I got to do better. I think I did better last time, didn't I? Yeah, I think you only missed like 1 or 2 the entire top 8. Yeah, that was pretty insane.